lovely students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Ghalib's English School. If you are new to this channel, please consider to subscribe, like and share. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Life in the UK Test Chapter 4, which is about history. So the major topic today I'm going to discuss in questions and answer form are Middle Ages, Tudor and Stuart families, William Shakespeare, Bill of Rights, and most importantly, Industrial Revolution. We're going to see that how Industrial Revolution changed the whole landscape across British Empire. So let's jump into it. So here we go. Question number 1 is, who was William Wilberforce? The first Prime Minister of the UK, an advocate for the abolition of slave trade, or a poet or an inventor of the TV? So the answer is going to be, just give me a second, here we go. It's answer B. So he, with the help of Parliament, he tried to abolish slavery from the British Empire. We go on to question number 2. Is the statement below true or false? American colonies rebelled against British Parliament in 18th century because they did not want to pay taxes without representation in Parliament. Is this statement true or false? This statement is true. Question number 3. Which of the following had their power limited by the Bill of Rights? In 1689. 1689, Bill of Rights was presented in the Parliament, and that limited the powers of king or monarch and gave more rights to Parliament. So, which of the following had the power limited? That was the monarch. Answer is the monarch. Question number 4 is, after the Glorious Revolution, what kind of monarchy did Britain become? So, as a result of Glorious Revolution, Britain became constitutional monarchy. So, answer is B. Is the statement true or false? Shakespeare wrote the line, "The darling birds of May." Yes, that's right. That was composed by Shakespeare. So, your answer is A. This statement is true. Question number 6. Which of the following statement is correct? Scotland was conquered by England during the Middle Ages, or Scotland remained unconquered by English during the Middle Ages? So answer is statement B. Scotland remained unconquered by English during the Middle Ages. Question number 7. English kings fought a long war with France called 100-Year War. How long did it actually last? Was it 110, 116, 120 or 125 years? So answer is B. It was 116 years. Question 8. Which of the following statements regarding the Black Death is not true? So look at the question. Sometimes in exam you will have this twisted type of question. So usually you look at this and you don't really care for not. So you need to consider each and every single word. So here this question is a little bit like confusing, that which one of the statement is not true. So the statement which is not true about Black Death is it affected children and old people only. That's not true. Question 9. Who was reigning in England when Wales became formally united with England by the Act of Government of Wales? So that was the time of Henry VIII. Next question is number 10. The Elizabethan period is known for its richness of its poetry and drama, especially for the plays and poems of which playwright? Obviously, William Shakespeare, none other than William Shakespeare. So that's C, William Shakespeare. Question 11. Which flag has diagonal red cross on white ground? So that's your diagonal red cross is on St. Patrick's cross. That's on Northern Ireland flag. It is St. Patrick's cross. We go on question number 12. When did the War of Roses start? War of Roses started in 1455. After the Black Death, new social class appeared in England, including owners of large areas of land known as. So they were known as gentry. That's your answer number. Question number 13. Question 14. Elizabeth I was the younger daughter of which king? James I, William the Great, Henry VIII, or Henry VII? She was the daughter of Henry VIII. Who was the first British Prime Minister? Henry Pelham, Sir Robert Walpole, Admiral Nelson, Oliver Cromwell. So it was Sir Robert Walpole. Who was Robert Burns? Robert Burns was a British musician, a Scottish poet, a Welsh scientist, or an Irish engineer. He was a Scottish poet. That's your answer for question number 16. We go to question 17. During the Middle Ages, England was an important trading nation and people came to England from abroad to trade and also to work. Where did glass manufacture come from? So glass manufacturer, they came from Italy. Engineers came from Germany, and then people who worked in textile, they came from France, and people who worked on roads, bridges, and canal builders, they came from Holland. Question 18 is the Welsh dragon on the Welsh flag does not appear on Union flag because when the first Union flag was created in 1606 from the flags of Scotland and England, the Principality of Welsh flag was already united with England. Is this true or false? This is true statement. Question number 19 is, why did Elizabeth I keep her cousin Mary prisoner for 20 years? She kept her prisoner for some reason, and the reason was she suspected Mary of wanting to take over English throne. That's why she kept her prisoner for 20 years, and after 20 years she was killed. Which of the following flags is not represented in the Union flag? Union flag means British flag. So we have King George's cross, we have King Andrew's, and we also have St. Patrick's cross, but Welsh, that was the answer. So Welsh flag is not represented because there is a dragon on that. It's not the reason of a dragon, but it was already united with England. That's why that doesn't appear on Union flag. 21. What name is given to the Church of England in Scotland and United Kingdom? That's called Episcopal Church. During 17th century, there were two main groups in Parliament, and which were known as, whether they were known as Tories and Whigs, Liberal Democrats and Labour Party, the lefties and the right wing, Conservative Party and the Liberal Democrats, they were known as the Whigs and Tories. 24. Under which Act was the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland created? Whether it was the Act of Union, Great Act, United Kingdom Act, or the Act of Great Britain. They were united under the Act of Union. Question number 24 is, what is the best known work for Robert Burns? So Robert Burns' best known work is Auld Lang Syne. That's a Scottish song. Question number 25. Which battle signified the end of War of Roses? So the end of War of Roses was the Battle of Bosworth Field. Question number 26. Is this statement true or false? Scottish Parliament had three houses called estates: the Lords, the Commons, and the clergy. That's true. When the House of Parliament was created, they had three houses. We also call them estates. 27. Apple, cow, and summer are based on which language? These words are based on Anglo-Saxon language. Who was the first person in England to print books using a printing press? So William Coxton was the first person who used printing press to do printing. English Civil War began in 1642. As a result, which king was held prisoner by parliamentary army and executed? King James, King Charles I, King John, or King Charles II, King Charles I. Question number 30. Which army general was given the title of Lord Protector? Robert the Bruce, Richard Cromwell, Admiral Nelson, or Oliver Cromwell? So, Oliver Cromwell, his personality is a bit controversial, but he was given this title as Lord Protector. Question number 31 is this statement true or false? The Bill of Rights 1689 confirmed the rights of Parliament and the limits of the King's power. That statement is absolutely true. That's what Bill of Rights presented, that limited the powers of monarch. Individual small farms destroyed by Scottish landlords in the process of Highland clearance are known as eviction, crofts, land clearance, or farms. So the answer is going to be for question number 32, crofts. They are known as crofts. Question number 33. Is this statement true or false? During the 18th century, new ideas about politics, philosophy, and science they were developed. This is often called the Enlightenment. Is this true or false? That's true. 34. What name is given to the period of rapid development of industry in Britain in the 18th and 19th century? The Enlightenment, the Industrial Revolution, the Interwar period, or the Victorian period? None other than the Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution changed the whole landscape across British Empire, and we can still see that. Question number 35 is Richard Arkwright was originally trained as? Whether he was trained as a chef, a barber, a teacher, a builder. He was trained as a barber. 36. Is this statement true or false? During the slave trade, slaves were taken from West Africa to America and the Caribbean to work on tobacco and sugar plantation. That's true. So that was inhospitable environment where they were forced to work for longer hours. Parliament's Emancipation Act abolished slavery throughout British Empire. When was this act passed? 1633, 1733, 1833, or 1933? This bill was passed in 1833. We go to question number 38. In 1776, how many American colonies declared their independence, stating that people had the right to establish their own governments? So that was 10 colonies, 13 colonies, 15 colonies, or 17 colonies. So 13 American colonies, they declared their independence in 1776. Question number 39. As a result of Battle of Waterloo, who was known as Iron Duke? Admiral Nelson, Emperor Napoleon, Duke of Wellington, or Duke of Cambridge? So this title was given to Duke of Wellington, who later on became Prime Minister of Great Britain. Question number 40 is this statement true or false? St. Paul's Cathedral was designed by Sir Christopher Wren. That's true. So St. Paul's Cathedral was designed by Sir Christopher Wren. I hope you enjoy that. If you do, give me a thumbs up, and thanks for your time. So guys, that was all about the Middle Ages, the Tudor and Stuart family, William Shakespeare, Industrial Revolution, and Bill of Rights, of course. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.